Lake Mulehe is located in Kisoro district in western Uganda. It's a natural lake that covers a surface area of 2 square kilometers and an average depth of 45 feet. The lake has turned green within 1 year, leaving many locals who rely on it for their livelihood worried.
If this water comes like this, everything can be die.
Everything can die?
Yes.
Authorities fear the lake may be no more if nothing is done to reverse the change of its color.
We are all wondering what has gone wrong, but we believe it is because of human activities, because this is the first time in its lifetime that it has become this color.
Lake Mulehe is shared by 3 sub-counties, namely Bulanga, Nyakalembe and Kavugaza. We went around the sub-counties and saw the discoloration of the water body.
What should be the original color of a lake like this one?
From a layman's look, it should be sky blue. But if it is a satellite image, or even if you look at it, it should at least appear blackish. But currently you can see it is green, and that is not normal.
The state of the lake has not only worried the locals, but also district officials who attribute it to the human activities done around the lake.
And when you look at the agronomic practices carried out, they are not really regulated. Fertile soils are just coming from the hills straight to the lake. And when you look at that wetland called the Rujejeni, after being reclaimed for tea growing, nutrients just come from wherever, all the way from Kanava to the lake. So the lake has so many nutrients that you saw that algal growth, and that has even hampered the transparency. And when fish cannot easily detect a trap, fish is trapped. So it is basically because of the human activities around the lake that has caused that change.
Judith Muja is a senior environment officer in Kisoro district. She says the use of agrochemicals by farmers living in the hills and swamps is partly to blame for the degradation of the lake.
And as you are aware, as people grow their crops, Irishes require agrochemicals. Then even the tea, they use herbicides for clearing the weed. So with all those impacts, we think that is why this water has become like this.
According to environmental laws, any activity carried out near water body must be done 200 meters away from the lake. But many farmers in Kisoro district are unaware of the law. Farmers have planted various swamps, which has contributed to the problem, especially when they use fertilizers and chemicals to remove weeds.
But people were, when that law was made, people were already in that shoreline. So we are trying to engage every stakeholder.
Besides being one of the major tourism attractions in Kisoro, Lake Mulehe is among the most productive lakes when it comes to fishing. The chairperson of the fishing community, Gasoline Safari, says they have already seen some fish dying.
Yigeze kuba cyane izi byaguri nibiza muraga amazi baza bashiraho wetlands amazi gatangira kuba meza nisamake dutangira gufata ariko igihe cy'abantu babyize ngo wetland batangiye kuyihinga ifumbire ribagenje mu mazi ubu nisamake ziri gupfa.
Gasoline says that this would significantly affect their lives.
Samake bungubu twaturu gufata misamake ariko nuko turi kuzifata turi kureba ubuzima bwazo buri kugenda kumbambu ifumbire nyinshi ziri kuburaho zahumekera.
The locals have been getting water from the lake, which they no longer do after it turned green.
Amazi gacu gatubereye mabi. Tujya kudaha mu gifunzo kandi nabo gavanga ino mungezi niyo gatemberanga. Ne tujya kudaha mu gifunzo ne tudahaga amazi. Niyo tukugira ngo muduhubu yamye kugira ngo tubone amazi gaboneye.
Lake Mulehe is fed on water streams from the hills and the swamps, then filtered for the lake, but the cycle has now been destroyed.
So, of course, what we tried to do was develop a management plan, and the major management actions for that were establishing a buffer zone for the lake of between 15 to 25 meters to ensure that all the silt that comes from wherever it comes uphill, where it is tapped in that vegetation, the natural vegetation, which would be papyrus or what, before the water can go into the lake. Because we believe with the vegetation adequate on the lake shore, it can be filtered and enter the lake as clean water.
Joining the massive destruction of forests that has been reported in various parts of the country in the name of development, lakes like Mulehe and other water bodies are likely to follow suit if there are no combined efforts to stop the degradation.
Basanga mazi ni mabi yeme mutu yambe.
Ivan Chimurichigozi, NTV Weekend Edition.